Adam J. live from historic downtown Herndon, Green Brilliant Studios. Today we'll be discussing designs. The most important part, accurate designs, and that accurate design leading up to your solar project. I want to welcome a very special guest, Bob Patel, lead designer, senior engineer, Green Brilliant. Just being in the sun for 10 minutes, man. I mean, I love the sun, obviously, but at the end of the day, you know, I go out there and I think, look good before the show, you know, show up nice and tan. 10 minutes later, I'm just peeling. How does this work for you?
That doesn't happen to me. As you can see, I'm naturally tan.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. If I'm out there in the sun for a long time, my skin just gets darker, but that's about it.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Immediately. Immediately.
Yeah.
All right. But speaking of the sun, you know, something essential in the solar business, okay, is the root, what I think of every solar project, which relates to every single homeowner, is the design.
Yep.
The solar design is truly the foundation for everything. What I understand is a true solar design is created, analyzed to not only meet the demands and the energy production of the household, not only maximize the production of the actual solar system itself, most of all, what I think everyone will appreciate is an accurate solar design. Green Brilliant solar design avoids potential problems at the time of installation. And I think that's extremely important to go over this for the mere fact that, what is the average cost of a solar system?
I think average cost for a residential solar system would be around $30,000 to $40,000, which is
Pricey.
Yeah,
It's expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, you know, you can't get a car for that anymore. But that was what, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Average cost of a loan, $1,000.
Yeah.
Right now, that's a little scary. But while that's scary, the cost of a solar system, $30,000 to $40,000, it's a little more scary if someone's signing off on that and they're going, sure, let's put solar on our home, without really knowing the true meaning of what that design stands for and how that design is essential from that site assessment or the time that the solar representative is in the client's house all the way up through installation. The design is the foundation for that. I want to talk a little bit about that today. I know that you're extremely experienced. I mean, you're the lead designer for Green Brilliance. You're the senior engineer for Green Brilliance. I can go on and on and on. But at the end of the day, you know, when we were talking about this maybe 20 minutes ago before we went live, you know, we mentioned 30-second designs. We were going, oh, what have we seen? At the end of the day, we've probably seen everything under the sun. And what I'm really trying to get at is, from the time that client is signing that $30,000 to $40,000 contract, most of them, if not educated properly, are oblivious to how important that design is, all the way up through their installation. It's further sometimes, okay? So I want to peel back the curtains, and I really want to dig deep into this. First off, just your thoughts. I mean, 30-second design, and then we'll simplify it. I'll become the homeowner, and we'll really put what the heck is Adam talking about into play. But 30-second design, I mean, what are your feelings on that? I'm just kind of going, how is that even possible? 30-second design for a house when you're paying $30,000 to $40,000 a year, which is a lifetime commitment. You're really banking the buck here on signing that contract. So what do we mean by a 30-second design?
The solar industry for the past 5 years has evolved immensely. There are so many players in solar industry right now. Everyone wants to make sure that the solar system is very efficient. Everyone wants to make sure that the homeowner, the sales rep, they are getting the designs back in time. They don't want to wait for a designer in the back office to make a design. Wait for it about 30 minutes, and then the homeowner is no longer interested in solar, right? That happens.
So if I'm in the house, okay, so let's say I'm the homeowner, okay, and you're the sales representative right now. You're telling me the pressure on you is extramental for me to literally just sign a piece of paper and go, I'll take the project.
So let's
let's
be honest here. For most of the homeowners, solar will make sense. So the sales rep is not selling anything wrong here. Sales rep is trying to make a sale. They just have to get homeowner on the same page as they are.
Okay.
Now for that, they have a limited time. Most of the homeowners, when you see, because I have talked to so many sales rep, I know they have limited time to get customer hooked on solar, to make them understand what is solar, how it's gonna save them money, how it's beneficial for environment. They have a limited time. Now, in that limited time, they would want just a preliminary design very quickly. They don't want to wait for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever it is.
I see. So if literally you're trying to be on the same page with me about my solar project, in the back of your mind, there's a time bomb. There's a ticking time bomb. I could imagine that would be for various reasons. One of them being, as soon as you leave the house, there might be somebody right behind you coming in going, my design is better.
Yep.
Okay.
It does happen. That's why it's very important for sales rep and as a solar company, you want to provide designs very quickly. That's why with all these different AI tools and all that, all you have to do is enter the address, enter the average monthly bill that you are paying to the utility, and then that AI tool will spit out a design in less than 30 seconds. Now, yes.
Okay.
I know what you are thinking about right now. That design, that 30-second designs that you see might not be accurate because it is done automatically. It has all the algorithm and AI models in the backend. It might not be accurate.
That's scary. It might not. I mean, like literally, might not be accurate. $30,000 to $40,000. That number is still in my head.
Yes. So there is a chance. There is a chance that it might not be accurate. For how do we avoid that? There will be a human intervention needed at some point. It can be before you make a sale, or it can be after you make a sale. If it is before you make a sale and the design is wrong, then there is a high chance that you have to do a change order after the contract is closed, which personally for me turns into cancellation. If you are a homeowner, if I tell you right now that, Adam, here is your system, 12 kilowatt system.
Okay.
It's going to cover all your needs, electricity needs. And
cool.
Sounds good, right?
Sounds amazing. Ready to go.
Please sign the contract. You sign a contract. We are all good. Everyone is happy. Now, the project comes to our engineering team, and when they see the design, they can feel that, there is no way 30 panels are going to fit on the house. There is a vent here that AI model did not detect. There is a vent here. There is no setback. In this county, in this particular, let's say Fairfax County or Loudoun County, you need a fire setback. You need fire setback.
Fire setback.
So basically, a fire setback is the NEC, National Electric Code. They require that code is dictated by NFPA.
Thank you, because I didn't understand it until you.
Yeah. So as per the code, you need to leave 3 feet setback from the reach of the house and from 2 sides of the house or one side. It depends on the county.
That had to do with like the firemen being able to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in case, it's safety. In case of an emergency, in case there is a fire, the firefighters are not gonna get up on the roof, remove the panels, and then get.
Yeah. So I'm a visual person. That's just kind of what I'm thinking. It's kind of something's going wrong, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Okay. Fireman shows up. I'm looking at. There's nowhere to walk all over the roof. What do I do? So is that what we're kind of?
Yeah, that's why we need to leave space from one side, usually from the driveway side, So whenever firefighters get to the premises, they can literally get on the roof from their driveway side. So we need to leave 3 feet from there.
So wait a second. What you're saying is, we're at the house again. Okay, I'm going to keep doing this. We're at the house. Theoretically, in this market right now, you could press a couple buttons and go, "Hey, Adam, doesn't this look cool?" And I go, "Yeah, it does." And what you just did was we keep saying AI, but I think computer, maybe just basically some robot person, okay, some chatbot, whatever it is. What thought has become it? So it's that, okay, so you press a couple buttons, a design is ready. I think you're magic, but nothing has been classified. Nothing has been ran through and go, is this going to pass inspection?
Yep.
Are we even going to be able to install this? Will we be able to even get a permit for this?
Yep. So
that's happening.
Yeah, at the end of the
that's happening.
Yeah, at the end of the day, everything comes down to install, right? What do we do? Why do we do engineering? Why do we do permitting? Why do we do interconnection? Everything we do to prepare for the installation. Now,
that's all I would care about, to be honest.
As a homeowner, that's all you would care about, right?
Come on, turn it on.
Yeah, if you told me during the sales that we are going to install 33 panels on the roof, and on the day of install, when I go there and I can fit 30, you're going to be mad, right? Because you're not going to...
I can only fit 27. And what does that mean? I can only fit 30 panels.
So...
we can't fit 30 panels, okay? We can only fit 27. What does that mean?
That means a change order. Now, for homeowner, it's very late to cancel or...
Like you're at my door.
Yeah, we are at your door. At that point, homeowner will be like, you know what? Whatever, man. Just do a change order for 27 panels. Install the panels and let's get this over with, right? We don't homeowners to be in that situation.
I don't want to be backed up against the wall.
Yeah.
And I would assume, forget about this. Let's put aside the $30,000 to $40,000 for a second. Yeah, because that's still ingrained in my head. Is there a loss of... What does that do to the system? What does that do to the actual homeowner? Like, as far as, are they going to get what they expected for reducing the panels by 3? 3 doesn't sound like a very big...
Yeah, obviously, if you're reducing the panels, the output of the system is going to go down. So
down is bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I would say one thing: if you are a homeowner and if you are in solar market, if you want to run your house on solar, you need couple of things to keep in mind. Whenever somebody is presenting you a solar design, whenever somebody is presenting you a solar proposal, you need to see what kind of equipment they are using, right?
Okay.
It's very important because most of the solar companies will provide you 25 years of warranty on equipment. We do also. But if that equipment is...
Be honest. Be honest.
Yeah. If the equipment is not made in America or a very reputed company, they might be out of business in next 5-6 years, and there will be no one to service your solar panels, right?
So I could spend that $30,000 to $40,000. Something could hypothetically happen, and then that $30,000 to $40,000 just kind of flew away.
Yeah. So as a homeowner, you need to make sure the equipment that a solar company is installing on your house is reputable company, tier 1 products, right?
Okay. American made. Not just for a tax write-off, okay? We're actually talking for production, for being covered the rest of the year.
And if it is American made, for a solar company also, it will be very easy to service that homeowner, because if they want a replacement, they can get the replacement very quickly because it's being made in America, right? So that is one thing that a homeowner needs to know, quality of equipment. Second thing would be what is the offset that you're getting, right?
I hear that word a lot.
Yeah, most of the homeowners, I wouldn't say most of the homeowners now that solar is very popular, most of the homeowners would know what is offset. But if they don't know, they have to make sure that they are aware of what is offset. Offset means from the solar production, how much energy you are going to use in the house from whatever you use in the house. That is the offset. So let's say
Okay.
if somebody tells you that 100% offset, that means that over the period of a year, entire 1 year, your solar system will produce X kilowatt hours, which you used in the previous year in the house. That's how any solar company would calculate an offset. They would see your previous data for a year, and then they will match that number to get you close to 100% offset.
So are they looking for something like an electricity bill to stem that off of?
Yeah.
Or what really, there's got to be some sort of map to the actual design.
Yeah. So for that, let's say if there is a sales rep who comes
Yeah.
to your house
Sure, let's start there.
and
Okay, we
they
have
have
all this, the site assessments start, hey, you're
Yeah.
with me.
So they would, let's say they just come to your house, they have a design ready on your house, and they tell you that, we are going to get you 100% offset. Right off the bat, you should know that he's bluffing because he doesn't have your bill. How did he tell you that it's 100% offset?
I love that.
Right?
So first rule of thumb,
Yeah, if you have provided the bill, I mean, there are some things, there are some tools where they would know how much you are how much you are using in the house. But it's
like a
not
load
gonna-
calculator.
Yeah,
Sure.
but it's not going to be accurate. You know,
Like how long is the fridge running? How long is the stove
Yeah.
on? Like what is the wattage of this? And if you run this for a certain period of time, is that
yeah,
could be a way, but it seems variable to me.
and best way to make sure is to look at your utility bill. So if you have provided the utility bill, what we do is we take all the numbers from the previous 12 months, we add them together.
Mm.
That's your annual consumption in the house on an average. That's how much you use in the house.
I'm not laughing at you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of imagining they don't really do this in Virginia. When I was out in Colorado, it worked a different way. But at the end of it, it was in a condo for a little while, and they'd get a bill, the electric bill. Okay, they didn't like paper bills, and that's okay. So it come online, and I would pull it up, and it would have a chart, a graph, and it would go, this is you, and this is everyone else around you. Now, it didn't label this as condo 101, 102, 103, but it says this is you, and the graph, the bar just shot up through the window. Like, it just shot up through the roof, okay? And everybody else is kind of down here, and I'm kind of going, I guess I'm just over-consuming, overproducing. Is this kind of what we're getting at? If not, that's fine, but I'm just...
Yes and no. What we are discussing right now is that, what does a homeowner need to know before going solar? So one thing is quality of equipment. Second thing is offset. Now, most of the homeowners...
So we're on the same page. I like being above everybody else. I like my graph going,
Yes.
better than there. Okay.
Yes. I mean, and we can show you the bills where for all 12 months, they will have a $0 bill. They are not paying anything to utility. If we have so many examples around here in Virginia, where we see they are not paying anything to utility. Now, that's not going to be the case for all the homeowners. If you see the behavior of the house, and if you see, I have seen so many utility bills. Okay, so I know how that stuff works. But most of the houses around here during summertime, they will consume more than they consume during the winter time. Now, when we make a solar design proposal,
Okay.
we take that 12 months into consideration. We sum them up, and then we see, okay, 12,000 kilowatt hour is the total consumption for this house, and we make a design for that 12,000 kilowatt hour. Now, it's an annual production number, an annual consumption, right? That's how you get net 100% offset.
Okay, now it's starting, because I hear zero bill.
So in some months during summertime, you may get some bills because your usage is higher, or it can happen in winter time because the solar production is less and your consumption is higher. Then you may have to pay some bills to the utility company, but it will compensate during the summertime.
So we're talking about the bill. You know, let's bring this back. I wanna go back to my example where we're at the home, and I'm going to be the homeowner. Okay. When you're at my home as a sales representative, a sales associate, you're selling me solar. Okay. What's your first approach? And I'm not saying like a gimmick or how to sell. What is the information you're really trying to gather to produce an accurate design?
So to produce an accurate design, I would say we need the information how much sunlight you're getting on your roof.
Okay.
Is there any shading around your house? How is your house oriented? If your house, the main roof facade of your house is facing north side, you will get some production from solar, but it's not gonna be as much as when you face the panels due south, because we are in North America.
What's north versus south here? Okay, I mean, other than the North Pole and Kris Kringle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we are located in North America.
Right.
We are located north to the equator. The sun will always be south to us.
So south means good.
So whatever is south facing, which will get the most sunlight. East and west is the second option.
Okay.
But the third one is the north side, where you will get solar production, but it will not be as much as the south or east-west facing roof.
So if you're at my house and I'm just north, like I'm thinking North Pole, I'm not going to lose that one, but and the design is really only applicable for a south side. What do you do for
No. I did not mean that way.
Okay.
What I meant is the production that you are going to get from the south-facing roof will be higher than the production that, of course, you are going to get from the north-facing roof. I'm not saying it's not going to get you the production, but
So my house is majority north-facing, okay? It is, all right. You're at the house, sales representative, designer. Let's just intertwine them right now for a second, because honestly, it seems like you're, again, the lifeline. You're saving the deal. What are you going to do for me if the majority is north facing?
So now there are so many things that I can talk about right now. I don't know where to start, but let me start with one thing. If you really want to go solar, and if you want to enjoy the solar energy in your house, you can still place panels on the north side. I'm not saying
Okay.
that you cannot.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
That $30,000 feel a little better.
Yeah, but what we do is we make a model. We see how much production you are going to get over the period of a year and how much you are using in the house. Based on that, we can come up with the solution, and we can tell you that, you are because your house is oriented north, you are going to get 30%, 50% offset. That's still, you're still going to enjoy that 50% of solar energy.
It just doesn't sound like 100%. I'm thinking Tylenol, like maximum strength, super strength. I mean, over the years, it's went normal, max, and then they're just creating things. So I don't think there's a difference.
Yeah, there is always a limitation, but there are other things that we can do. Energy efficiency product, because your bill is higher, let's say, we can introduce some energy efficient products where your usage will go down and your production is going to stay the same. So your offset will be
a little higher.
Yeah.
So maybe we can take just a basic example. Let's change this. I am a south-facing house. I'm away from Kris Kringle, okay? Everything is in line. My roof. Roofs are important in this whole thing, okay? My roof is in perfect condition. If my roof isn't in perfect condition,
you can get a new roof.
I get a new roof.
Because remember, your panels will be on the roof for 25 years.
Life of a roof is around 10, 15-ish?
And it's around, now that with the new roof shingle and everything, it can there are some roofers who will give you lifetime warranty on the roof.
We gotta get a roofer on this thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But most of the roof, I would say, conventional roof will have 25 to 30 years of warranty on the roof. So it makes sense to change the roof if it is very old while you go solar, right?
Okay, so let's say we're in the house. Roof is good, brand new roof. I qualify for solar. Like I make enough money. My bill goes. Yeah, I mean, you spend like $400 a month on electric. Okay, we definitely need to work with you. Ideal scenario, I'm happy. What's next? Is it the actual solar design that you're gonna produce? Does the sales rep then, I guess, communicates with you? How does that?
Yeah. So
Because I'm trying to get to that proposal part. It sounds good. Word is just
So now you see the proposal. We make accurate designs here. You will get a proposal. The numbers and everything you will get is 100% accurate. Because as a homeowner, you want to know how much I'm gonna produce because you are paying this much.
Well, I'm thinking dollars.
Yeah.
And then I want to reduce what I am paying per month.
Yeah.
That is my one goal. I mean,
Now let's say in ideal case everything looks good. You sign a deal, you sign a contract, you are all set. Right now, now the solar company they would get that project. The first thing we would do is we do a site survey. One of our engineers, one of our site surveyor will go out to the house and they'll see, okay, whatever design that we made, our designs 99% of the time is very accurate. There is no change in the design. Whatever we made in the first place is gonna fit exactly on the.
unlike that 30 to 27 thing where the panels are less and things are all over and
Yeah.
the change order happens and okay.
Yeah. So the design will be accurate, but still we send our site surveyor just to check.
Like a human being. We're not talking about robots.
Yeah.
There's no magical flying creatures assessing things.
Absolutely, because we don't know. We have just seen the roof of your house. We have not seen anything else.
Well, why do you need to see anything?
Because
My house.
because the solar system will be connected to your main electrical panel. We need to see if all the electrical wires and everything in your house is in place. So when we do a site survey, our site surveyor will check your main electrical panel, if your meter is okay, if your service cable on the meter is okay. If not, we may need to replace some of the things.
I would have no idea that this is going on, all stemming from a design.
Yeah,
You have you have electrical background too?
yeah. I have a master's in electrical engineering.
I guessed. I didn't
Yeah.
even like. I'm just working with this now. Okay. Again,
Yeah.
I'm still saying it. I said it from the beginning. You're pretty much the lifeline of this project. You're saving the deal, more saving the customer, right? So let's go back to that ideal scenario. Okay, my roof's good. I sign the contract. Solar makes sense. The bill really demonstrates that it makes sense. We're stemming the design from the bill. I'm assuming we take all of that. A design is produced, and
Yeah.
then
So once during the site survey, we check everything, and when most of the time everything is good, we don't have to do anything. Once everything looks good, we make an engineering package, design package.
and I still have no idea this is going on. Yeah.
Yeah. So as a homeowner, you don't have to worry about all this. You put your trust into a solar company, in us. You put trust into the experts, and it's our job to make sure that we
Deliver.
yeah,
It would get better if I'm spending $30,000 to $40,000.
yeah,
Being
absolutely.
honest,
Absolutely.
and I've heard a lot of them don't. So let's really.
Yeah, I mean, there will be so many.
We don't. Yeah.
There are so many
talk bad about other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the experiences we do talk about. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And because of this handful people in solar industry, the entire solar industry get a bad name to it, right? They can sell anything and then they'll install anything. They might not install. It's a whole.
So before you or a sales representative walks into my door, there's a chance that my mind is already just going, all right, let's see what they're trying to get out of me.
Yeah.
I don't really feel that confident.
Yeah.
That's an obstacle.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be one.
Yeah,
Right.
it shouldn't be. I mean, if everyone is ethically doing their job, solar industry, uh, the homeowners would not be repulsed to an idea of a solar salesman coming to their house. I have seen so many people would say, solar, okay, get out of my house.
What are some of the designs you've seen?
Yeah.
Like just come across your desk.
Yeah. Because most of our designs are done by our solar designers, I don't have to worry about the designs that
Well,
much.
they've obviously talked about it. So what are some of the things that you've seen that you had to repair or that your team has had to repair?
I have seen, there are no setbacks.
So the firemen can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
All right.
And then there'll be the sales rep and the homeowner. Some of the homeowners are also, this space, just put panels on. The other solar company, they put panels here. They give me 120% offset. Why are you not putting panel here? And then we have to explain it to the homeowner that, we have to leave space for the fireman in case of...
So there's some customer service going on here too.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. And because the other solar company, just to get the business, they didn't care about setbacks. They just panels on the roof, and they gave him the higher number, and now they're trying to get that deal. But
And I'm still going,
Yeah.
This is cool. All
Yeah.
right.
in reality, when you install the system, you may fail the county inspection. You may fail the county inspection. You may fail the utility inspection.
So the design relates to the inspection as well. That
Yeah.
past the installation. So you're telling me you could get all the way through an install, or yay, you've installed my solar system, Mr. I would assume the county comes out and they do some
Yeah.
sort of
So
inspection.
let me explain the entire.
Yeah, let's start. So the design is done. Okay, from there, I believe we go into permitting. What are we doing?
Yeah. So once the engineering design. So remember, in the first place, we made a preliminary design just to give an idea to the homeowner that how much it will produce. After the site survey, we make an engineering package where we would show how the roof structure is from our site survey. How are we going to install the panels? What kind of mounting we are going to use? What kind of electrical equipment? What kind of inverter that we are going to use? What kind of we have to show setbacks and everything onto the engineering design. Once we prepare that package, then we can go and then we do structural calculation also. So
Yeah.
with the panels and everything on the roof, will the roof be able to handle the load of panels? So our certified professional engineer will do that structural calculation. That he will give us an information saying that okay, the roof will be able to handle the load of the panels. Once we have all those documents, we apply for the permit with the county, city, township, whatever it is, basically an AHJ.
Okay.
And we apply for the interconnection with the utility company, because we have to let utility company know also that we are installing a generator on the house, because solar is a generator.
You got to tell them.
Yeah, so we have to let the utility company know also.
I hope they're outside the office right now. 'Cause they're making me mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once we have that interconnection approval, once we have permit approval, then we are ready to install the system.
With the permitting, I do that like as the homeowner myself.
No. We take care of.
I'm still on autopilot.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you have signed a contract. You have put your trust in us, and you have done your job. Now it's on us to deliver the project, right? So we do everything. We do engineering design, permit, interconnection. If you are under any HOA, homeowner association, we have to get their approval also. So we work with your HOA to get the approval.
Yeah, my HOA. I as most would think, we have a few. We go at it every once in a while. I mean, they have an issue with me grilling. But with that said, so HOA even, I mean, that affects an installation of a solar system.
Yeah, we need to get their approval, because they might put a penalty on homeowner if we install the system without their approval. So we have to get their approval. Most of the HOAs will approve the project now. I think couple of years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago, I guess, they would. There are some HOAs who rejected the application, but we fought with them. We got the approval. We got the lawyers involved and everyone. we got the approval and we installed the solar system.
Well, I mean, it's just a group of people meeting once a week when no one wants to meet at the middle of the night on like Wednesday. I might be speaking from experience here, and yeah, that's okay, fair enough. So we've got roofs, we've got HOA, we've got interconnection, we've got utility bills, we've got AI. I mean, literally, we've you're still doing this. You're still like behind the scenes, and I'm the homeowner, but I wouldn't have even been able to spit out those words.
Yep.
Okay. Is permitting a challenge? Like, is it different from county to county? Do offices work different? Because Green Brilliance is licensed in a few states. So hypothetically, we do a job in Pennsylvania. Or is the permit office going to require the same information from us? Does it get dicey in that format? Because the permitting, from my understanding, does stem up to installation.
Yep.
Okay.
So one thing is we cannot install the system without the permit approved from the AHJ. Now,
Okay. So
that permit process is different from state to state, from county to county. Most of the counties in this area now have online portal. So you go online, you apply for the permit, you upload all the engineering drawings and everything, all the calculations. The county will review it and get us the approval. Some counties, they still live in 1920, I guess. They would they would ask for
honest, you're right.
so they would ask for physical plans. We have to go to that office or mail it out, all the documents to the county. They'll review it. They will send it back to us via mail. It's a long story.
You know what Neo was telling me the other day?
Yeah.
Neo, as everyone in Green Brilliance knows, runs our commercial department and handles the majority of our permits in Pennsylvania as well. We had a permit correction, sent back because the font size was not what they required.
Yeah.
So everything was right. The structural calculation, everything, the smart talk was all embedded and everything was good to go. But the font was like one character off.
Yeah, you see what we are going to have to deal with,
So I still don't know that's going on as the homeowner.
Yeah.
But
And it's not your job to know also, right? I mean, you put our trust in it. It's our problem. We have to figure it out on our side. But these are some obstacles that we face during permitting. Some counties, I'm not going to say a name.
Say names.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah, but here in Virginia, there are some counties who take like 6 to 8 months to get us a permit approval.
But my money is.
Yeah,
I mean,
you are a taxpayer in that county, and they don't care about you. They don't care about anyone else. They'll take that sweet time. They'll reject the application for simple small things, and then as a solar company, we just have to deal with it.
So you're my advocate. You're still my advocate, and you're still making sure, even if this is 6 months, which nobody wants to hear.
Yep.
You're still taking care of me.
Yep.
Every step of the way.
Yep.
All right.
So
Please.
Yeah. And once the permit, usually the permit approval time in the counties, it is between 4 to 5 weeks. Or in some counties, it's quicker than that, 1 to 2 weeks. So it totally depends on the county.
Do you ever get this probably would be. Ring, 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 ring. Is it ready? Is the permit ready? I'm finding any number to contact Bob. Any number trying to get through to you. I don't care who I'm talking to. Is the permit ready? Is the permit ready? Is the permit ready? What's my installation? I got to go out of town. I got to go on vacation. I got to install. Is that?
I used to get those calls before, but now that we have, better system in place, the sales rep, homeowner, they can see their progress on the phone.
Okay, so
Here is my permit. Yeah.
And don't take this personally. If I'm the homeowner, I don't necessarily trust you. I trust the contract, okay? But I don't trust you yet. But so I can still double verify a lot of the counties and kind of go, this is actually making sense. The permit is not approved.
Absolutely.
So that's, there's no behind the scenes work here. Like you can't really fib your way out of that.
Yeah. And when we give valid reason to the homeowner, they understand. Just like what I mentioned about the county in Virginia, that county, the homeowner also understand. Now they are also vocal about it. They are also frustrated because now everyone knows, all the solar companies, everyone I think the entire nation knows about that county in Virginia.
I know who we're talking about too, and that's the
yeah.
that was a ooh.
Yeah. So that is the permitting part. Now interconnection is fairly simple.
It sounds like a strange word to me, Bob.
So interconnection means we are interconnecting our solar system to the grid, because your system is a grid connected system.
Like they're like electrical grid.
Yeah,
Everything
so
goes in and out. Pretty much.
yeah, so we interconnect.
Those wires outside going into the house, back and forth.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So we interconnect your solar system to the grid. That way, in case you are not producing solar power, let's say during the night time, you still get benefit of electricity from the grid. If you are totally off grid, there is no grid. But most of the residential systems will be grid connected. So,
Okay.
so that's why we have to apply for the interconnection with the utility company. So they would know that there is a generator on this house that is generating power, and it might send back some extra energy back to the grid. So they have to have infrastructure ready to handle that solar load.
So in the beginning, I did say I imagine the utility company literally outside picketing right now. I see why. Like this is reinforced again.
Yep.
Do they not like us? Is that normal? I mean, it seems like, hey, guess what? We're solar. You're going to go out of business. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, because as a homeowner now you are generating your own energy on the roof. You are not dependent on the utility company. Of course, they don't like it, right? But
I think no, I'm not going to say the name.
So yeah, but most of the utilities they will give the approval. Some utilities in Virginia they would not allow you to go more than 100% offset.
100% is 100%, baby.
Yeah,
Love it.
Yeah, but in Maryland they allow you to go up to 200%. So
everybody moved to Maryland for solar. Is that the stock too?
Yeah, but
Maryland is the place. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. So now, say interconnection, which I'm considering a permit. Okay, interconnection, your building permit, all your permits are approved. Okay, I think electrical permit. We need that as well, right? Okay, so all your permits are approved. Obviously, next up is the installation for me, which is now me, Adam, going, okay, I'm finally ready. It's been 2 months. Let's install.
Yep.
Let's install.
Yep.
How does the design relate to this?
So, whatever we did for 2 months, we did that for one reason, installation, right? To get ready for the installation, we did everything. We got the permit, we got the interconnection. Everything we did is for a reason, for the installation. Now, we did a site survey, so we know the panels will fit to the house. So there is no change there.
So if the design wasn't very good, there might be a last minute. Maybe we're just gonna remove 3 panels back to what we were talking about between the 30.
You don't want that, right? On the day of install.
Yeah, I'm losing money.
Yeah,
I'm not making as much production.
Yeah,
my offset's not going to be as good.
Yeah. You're getting that.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is a reason why that every step in the entire process is equally important. We get ready for installation. So on the day of install, we don't have any surprise. We know exactly what we are doing on the day of install. If we are running all the conduits through attic, if we are installing inverter on the side of the wall, inside the garage, if we are installing a battery outside, if we are installing a battery inside the garage, how many batteries, where do we put it?
All of this,
all the stuff
from the design. Yeah. So it's like it's preventative maintenance. We're making sure that everything is in line for the homeowner to go, cool, let's flip this on and forget about our bill.
On the day of install, just, our crew will walk you through. We are going to install panels here. This is the design. We are going to run the conduits from attic. Will come down here. Inverter will be here. And then all you have to homeowner, okay, looks good to me. You go do your thing inside the house. And our crew will...
Yeah, no, because I honestly don't want any part of that. I just do your thing, please. Do your thing. Do your thing. You're insured, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've went from, hey, Mr. Adam, would you like some solar? To, hey, here's your system.
Yep.
I'm happy so far. All right, perfect scenario. Everything is good. I'm going to use an example. Right now, I am new to the EV market, okay? The only reason I bought an EV was for the tax credit, okay? I still do not know how this thing works. It's been about 2.5 weeks. I truly feel like I am in a computer the entire drive, okay? The sales representative did not show me how to use this vehicle. It was more of a, you got a good deal, man. Just do your thing. And I was more of a, I've been here for 8 hours. I know I got a good deal because you want to leave, okay? I'm going to get in and I'll just figure it out. Am I just figuring it out? Like, is there some sort of training after the installation?
Yeah. So after installation, there are still some, at installation, you are not done. Now we have to, when we install the system, you cannot turn it on, right? You cannot turn on the system. After that,
Well, okay.
remember
I'm
when,
going with it.
yeah, remember when we got the permit with the county?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Remember before installation, that permit needs to be closed. You cannot have a permit open on your house. Otherwise, you will not be able to get any other permits in future. Right.
This is... Okay. Again, you're still driving, though. I'm not doing...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So remember that permit that we had open, we have to close it. So for that, we have to call for an inspection with the county. The county inspector, who is very experienced, will come. They will inspect the system that we have installed, and then they will give us the approval. They'll say, okay, looks good. Your system that you have installed, everything is per the code. You're good to go.
Design was built per code.
Yeah, and the design that we submitted to the county and what we installed has to match exactly. If it doesn't match, they will fail the inspection. So we do all this. We pass the inspection. We get the inspection approval sticker from the county.
Like a sticker, literally?
Yeah.
Sticker?
Yeah, stickers with the pass.
$30,000 to $40,000 system, I guess, sticker.
Yeah,
Okay.
on your electrical panel. Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah. Once you get that sticker, remember we also had the interconnection application,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We have to close that also.
There's no way I want to do this myself.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah. So we have to close that also. Now, interconnection would take the county's word for it. They'll say, okay, you have the county approval sticker.
Or the utility company,
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah, so utility company would take that as a benchmark. They'll say, okay, you have the county approval sticker. I know you have installed everything good because county has approved it. We are now gonna go ahead and replace the meter that you have at your house, because now that you have solar, you are gonna send energy back to the grid also. How is your conventional meter that you have right now is gonna record all the data?
Because the utility company never prepared for the solar world.
Yeah.
So they just never had, what is it, a bi-directional meter?
A bidirectional meter, net meters, all that. So now they have to come and replace the new.
So they actually have to do something too. They can't just be mad at us.
Yeah.
All right.
And then they will install a bidirectional meter which will go forward. And if you're sending it back to the grid, it will go backwards. And then the utility company will issue a document called PTO, which is permission to operate.
So they got to tell me it's okay.
So it's the last thing.
Not you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the utility company will let us and the homeowner both know that you have permission to operate.
I'm sure it's with a heartfelt card and
Yeah.
Hallmark gifts galore.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you get your permission to operate. Now you are allowed to switch on the system and start enjoying your solar power in the house.
So from this entire life,
And I know I skipped your question that, is there some kind of training because
I would have brought it back.
Yeah. So once we have PTO, we do some paperwork.
I'll forget about that part. Okay.
Yeah, and you don't have to. The homeowner does not have to worry about anything. We register their system with all the SREC aggregators. We do their paperwork we send them all the invoices that they need for ITC, that 30%. They just have to present that invoice to their accountant, and then the accountant can claim that 30% on their solar system. And then we, during the inspection and at the inspection and also after the PTO, we go to the customer's house and we explain them how solar works. We show them monitoring application where they can see each and every panel how much they are producing.
Yeah, the goal is 100% offset.
Yeah, 100% offset. And in some cases, the homeowners do understand if they have limited space on the roof, they're not going to get 100% offset, but they still want to enjoy, let's say, 30 or 50%
Sure.
offset.
But I
It's just you are contributing something to the.
Well, but I think after this is watched, not more just understanding, it's a little more conceptualization of really what this process is and how important this design impacts every stage, every life cycle of a solar project.
Yep.
What's, again, baffling is I'm the homeowner. I have really no idea that any of this is going on. This is really behind the scenes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
And now you, the homeowner, knows how essential a true, accurate, or green brilliance design is before you sign that solar proposal, before you sign that contract. Bob, thanks for coming out today. Thanks for clarifying everything and really peeling back the curtains for our audience. Now homeowners know. Think twice before you sign. Think twice before you get that 100% offset.